Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Cydney.
And we're a Thursday couple.
We're a couple of gays.
Woo! We already recorded this and I guess it was like 30 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this week's topic...
You're not very good at this tonight.
No. This week's topic is, how did you know that he or she was the one? And the last video was literally like 30 minutes long and, it was so awesome.
Yeah.
Now it's not going to be as awesome, I'm sorry. But anyway, how I knew that Cydney was the one, pretty much, she was dating somebody else at the time of meeting me. We met online. She started liking all my stuff and ended up hanging out behind her ex-girlfriend's back. And then one night she ended up telling her ex-girlfriend at the time, her girlfriend at the time about me. And she promised never to talk to me again. Well, after she made that promise, we ended up being in the same place at the same time, and I didn't even know, but she did. And I was like heartbroken that the day that she saw me, because my grandma had been really sick while I was talking to her, and she just made it better because I was with her a lot of the time. It was like a week. It was like a week span. 2 weeks maybe, tops. But yeah, my grandma actually passed away the day that she saw me, and we were at the same restaurant together. And the next day, after she deactivated her Facebook, like 3 days before, the day after she saw me at the restaurant, she undeactivated it and I just went off on her because I was just so upset because my grandma had died and I just wanted her to be there for me. And I was crying. I was upset. I was saying some mean things to her. And, also. And I ended up just, like, being like, will you please come see me one more time? I just need to see you one more time. You can be with her if you want. Just, knowing that if I got to her, all would be awesome. And she was like, no, I can't do that to Tabby. I can't do that to her. And it's like, okay, well, I'll be at our meeting spot, which was Taco Bell. And if you're not there, I'll understand, and I'll wait there for you until you show up for 30 minutes. I'll wait. And if you don't show up, I get the picture. And if you do, well then, great. I'll be happy. I'm driving there, and I'm just so upset. I'm just, like, devastated. And after we got off the phone, I didn't think she was gonna come. Well, I'm pulling in, and I see her gay bumper stickers all over the back of her car, and I'm like, yes! And I'm so happy. I get out with like the biggest smile on my face, and I hop into her car and we start driving around, and I was like, please be with me. Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like asking her, will you please be with me? And I really like you, and awesome things happened while we were talking. I'm not going to go into detail about those awesome things that happened while we were talking, but they were awesome. And I knew that I had loved.
Is my lip really red?
Yeah, stop picking at it.
It's really itchy.
Is my whip red?
Is my itchy red?
Anyway, so
excuse that.
Before this one's 30 minutes long. So I had known for a while that week that we were talking that I just was obsessed with this kid right here. I really liked her and I really wanted to be with her. And after knowing that God put us in the same place, after she had told me that she didn't want to talk to me anymore, that was just like a sign. I was like, that's a sign. You have to come see me, God wants us to be together. You told me you didn't want to see me anymore, and then all of a sudden you see me. Like, that just is meant to be. And she was there, and we ended up taking your house keys to your girlfriend at the time at her work, and living together ever since. And pretty much that day alone at the restaurant was personally what made me realize that we need to be together and that's meant to be. And I don't know, I've just been happy ever since. And I don't know about you. How about you? Like, how do you know that I was the one?
Well, I don't know. Pretty much the whole same situation. Like, that whole thing. I don't know. Like, when I first met her, like, at the very beginning, like, when we first started talking, I just, like, knew that I just, like, thought she was, like, the most amazing person ever. Like,
tell them about your stalkerish.
I was a little stalkery. Like,
on Facebook.
Okay, like, I don't know, like, if you ever look through the pictures, but, like, I just thought she was, like, the most beautiful person ever. Like, I just thought she was so attractive. And I was like, oh, a girl that looks like this would never date me. And, like, I would, like, show my friends and be like, isn't this girl, like, so gorgeous? And, like, everything. And, like, yeah. And I would, like, just show people. And I'm like, oh, my God, like, she's so hot. And then, like, when I started talking to her, she's, like, really, like...
Tell them about my voice. Tell them about the voice part.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. This jerk.
I always preferred, like, a girl to have, like, a deeper voice, like a raspy voice. And, like, she called me up on the phone for the first time, and she's like, like that, like.
I was excited. I was happy.
At the mall? And I'm like, huh? I'm like, what?
Because, I mean, the way that I look doesn't really match up with my voice.
Yeah, I didn't expect her voice. And I feel like at the time it was even, like, higher pitched than it is now.
That's because I'm awesome now, so I can talk like this.
I'm awesome.
Motherfucker, I'm awesome!
Also, yeah, it was, like, a big surprise. And then I was like, I don't know if I like her. And then, but, like, I already liked her. So, I don't know. But, yeah. And she was always, like... really outgoing, and I wasn't, and like it just made me feel more comfortable about the whole situation because I was like always really nervous about it anyway. And like we always just had like so much fun together and like just laughed and like did like stupid like kid stuff, you know, like,
kid stuff.
Yeah, like you always did like really really gay stuff that I
would yell out the window at people. Did you give me herpes?
The very first time that we hung out, she had my window down and she's yelling out the window at everybody walking by. I think it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And I rolled up her window and I locked it. And she tried to reach across me to unlock it while I was driving, and I smacked her hand. And she's like, "Did you just smack me?" Like, fucking smacked you. You just touching my stuff. She did like touching all my stuff. And like acting like she owns the place. So yeah, I
just never had a girl. I was always the one being chased. I was never the chaser.
Oh, you were a pretty good chaser.
And obviously it worked in my favor.
She's like really like smooth, like it's like con you into anything. And
still to this day.
Hey, give me your number. And I'm like, no. And then she's like, yeah, you know, like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And like, oh yeah, your eyes are just gorgeous. And like be like super sweet to you and make you like, oh, okay. Yeah. You can have my phone number. Like, you want my address too?
But yeah, like, I mean, we kind of just knew that we like were in love.
It's
before we were.
I think it's totally true that like opposites attract though.
Yeah, because we are definitely opposites.
Yeah.
100% opposites. I mean, we do like some of the same things, but
it's always like you find the person that balances out just your negatives like with their positives, and then you balance out their negatives with your positives. I
need somebody to keep me straight, and she needs somebody to loosen her up a little bit and just be like, come on, let's just go and do something crazy. And now we kind of just like laugh about everything. I just got the chills.
Yeah.
That's how awesome our relationship is.
Usually we laugh about stuff.
Usually. We do fight. And if you don't fight, then I doubt you're in a pretty good relationship.
We don't really fight. We kind of just like bicker. Like,
yeah.
We bitch at each other. And
we do. It's okay though. It's alright, we get over it pretty fast. And I mean, I knew she was the one when I asked her. I told her I wanted kids, I wanted babies. What, like 7 months after dating?
Your finger counting on my butt?
7 months after dating, I told her I wanted kids, and I asked her if she would have kids with me, and she's like, no. I have babies right now? Like, what? Obviously, I talked her into that, and she...
Con lady.
I actually, like... The woman, when she said that she would actually have a baby with me, actually, she didn't really want to have a baby with me. Quite honestly, you didn't think it was going to work.
Mm-mm.
So she kind of just, like...
I didn't think I was be pregnant, so I was like, okay.
Really, right now?
Hey.
So, but I mean, it happened, and we're still really happy.
Except for right now. You smacked her inside face. I don't know what I just said. You smacked your face.
This is my girl, though. I'm happy with her.
Can you smell my armpit?
Yeah. No, like, I don't know. How else could somebody, like, tell that they have the one?
I don't know, like,
just if you guys,
what you like.
If you guys get along, you guys gotta get along. And I mean, trust is a really big thing. At first we didn't have trust.
Do you trust that?
No, she's tickling my butt crack, the top of it, like the very top.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, like, trust is like a huge thing. We still kind of struggle with trust a little bit.
I feel like everybody does, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can get over like the biggest hurdle.
Like really a lot more comfortable with it though. Like
recently,
we used to be like really crazy about like everything, and now we're like comfortable enough to like.
Like
do other
okay,
stuff
before we first started dating, we lived with other people, friends of hers, not mine, hers. So, of course, it was her best friend, and they were always like, let's go do this and this while Sarah's at work. And that, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, while I'm at work, you guys are going to karaoke and drinking at the college, like the MSU. Tailgating without me. Getting drunk to where I had to go and drive and get them. And I'm just like...
Did you leave work?
Yeah, I left work because I was furious. I was
drunk on campus.
And just the trust like went down. As soon as we moved into our own place together, that's when we decided to have a baby and slow our life down a little bit and grow up, get jobs, kind of just do us for a while instead of, you know, the teenager-y thing. Yeah. Which has kind of worked out in our favor because we're awesome now.
Yeah. Well, and like we do other stuff like that we would have never done before, like that we would trust each other with, like going places like the strip club or like.
Yeah, we go to the strip club together, which a lot of people are just like, and it's not like a strip club; it's a fully nude.
It's a strip club.
Like strip club. Yeah. And I mean, I know when I'm there, like, if Cydney's like, hey, look at her, like, I'm like, what? Like,
usually we're just like, I really don't like that one. Or like, oh my god, the creepy one's coming our way.
When you can do stuff like that, then you can know that that person is yours forever. Because stuff like that, a lot of people are just like, And
it's like funny because we're always like encouraging each other to like go up to the stage and tip. So you have to tip this time. And we're like both like super nervous. Like, no. Like I feel like we're both like thinking, oh my god, she'll be pissed if like I actually do, because they get all up in your business. But
with their business.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's like we've come a long way with that and a trust kind of maybe, because like when we met, oh my god, I would have shot her if she tried to step up in a strip club.
With her best friend, if I was alone with her best friend while she was at work, what'd you and Megan do? Like nothing.
I think you even talked about it like when we met. You're like, I'm gonna go to Deja Vu, or like I'm gonna go hang out at the strip club, and I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah, no, you're not. She had been, I had never, and I'm older than her. And it was her coming out present from her friends going to the strip club, and I never had gone, and I had been gay.
I had been gay like the cream.
I had realized that I was gay. She had only just realized recently afterwards, and
I was like, I
was all mad. She's like, "You're not going there. That's nasty. I'm not letting you go there." And now we go there like it's our job. But yeah, like, so there's like little things you can do to like tell that someone's for
just
you.
Like if you have a good time with somebody and you really care about them,
you get that feeling in your stomach, and
like someone that always makes you nervous and like makes you feel good about yourself is the most important thing. And
like even when she's like, she'll be walking up from work, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Like she lets me in every day because we have a door on the outside that's locked. We lost a set of keys, and like we stand at the door and like wave to each other through the window like like little losers, and like it's just it's fun. And
when you know.
Yeah.
And it has never steered us wrong.
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh my god, no, I can't do this. It's like I'm in it for the long haul.
To win it.
In it to win it. Every time.
What are we winning?
And it doesn't necessarily mean this is personal. Like, I learned this just from Cydney. You don't have to be like, hey girl, like all up in in each other's business. You don't have to be kissing constantly. You don't even have to, do the dirty all the time.
In the sack.
Actually, when I realized also, like, when we were together, I didn't find us doing stuff like that very often, but I still was insanely in love, and still am. And I was, you don't have to.
It's sexual attraction. It's not.
You can't just you can't just have a sexual attraction to somebody, because I always thought that was why I liked, other people, but in the end, that's just why it ended. And why we thrive.
Yeah. It's not always gonna be perfect, but all you can do is try and just know that you love each other and that you're willing to work through whatever comes your way, because like that's the person that you fall in love with, and like that's the person that you want in your life.
Yeah. So she'll know. You'll definitely know.
But now that we talked for like 10 hours.
Woo! I'm sorry if it wasn't exactly how the video was supposed to go.
That's how we went.
That's how we go.
Sometimes. So, I guess we're going that way.
I'm pointing this way too.
Oh my god, we're going both ways.
But yeah, so we love you guys. Gets pretty awesome. Sometimes.
All the time.
Not as awesome as our cat.
Oh my god.